Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Sarah and we do all things beauty. And today I'm gonna show you guys how to get long-lasting, flawless, non-cakey makeup. I was doing makeup professionally for 6+ years, so these are some of my best tips and tricks for flawless, long-lasting makeup. Let's just get into it. First things first, I don't care if you did skincare an hour ago. If you want your makeup to be flawless and long lasting, you need to prep it. Doesn't necessarily mean you need a primer, but you need to have some skin prep. The skin needs to be moisturized, tacky, and ready to take on makeup. A current favorite for me right now is Freck Beauty Rich Bitch Protect and Prime Serum. This is a tacky serum. It's like skincare, but it's also like a really lightweight moisturizing lotion. I'm gonna put a list below of all of my favorite primers, skin prep items in one place so you can check it out, because I do rotate between a lot of things. Key tip here is to make sure that the skin is prepped. Say you did your skincare this morning, it's been an hour, it's been a few hours, and just go straight in with your makeup. That is like a huge no-no, and I think a lot of people think that that's okay, because when I used to do people's makeup professionally, a lot of people would sit in the chair and be like, oh, I did my skincare this morning. And I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna clean your face and start over again because I need the skin to be prepped and ready. Less is more when it comes to products. We're gonna be doing a lot of layering for this long-lasting makeup, so you want to use less of each product. You can definitely see how my actual skin is still shining through. I've just evened out my skin tone, but that's how thin I'm talking the layer should be. This is how much concealer I'm going in with, just in the places that I want to highlight and brighten. Then we're gonna go in with contour and bronzer. I'm gonna be using the ones from Milk. We're just gonna breeze through this. I just wanna show you how much product I'm using. And another trick for all of the products, you're gonna notice that I am pressing it into the skin. This is gonna make the makeup and skin one. So the application is also really important when it comes to longevity. And now we're gonna go in with a powder to set all of this. I'm gonna use a pressed powder at this point because we wanna set the entire face. Flawless one with a puff. And we're gonna press it in. And we don't want to disturb the placement, so that's also why we use pressing motions. And with the lighter hand, we're just gonna go on top of the contour and bronzer. Everything needs to be set with powder, so every cream product needs a powder product, and the layers is what's going to add to the makeup longevity. You don't have to use powder contour and powder bronzer, you can just use one or the other. We just want to make sure to set that area in general. So I'm gonna use a bronzer today, and I'm gonna press again. And you can still see the contour coming through in the color. I'm going to spray the face. Once we put powder on top of creams, you wanna use some fixing spray. Fixing spray is what's going to melt the makeup together and turn it into one layer. This is gonna help you avoid cakiness. So we're putting a lot of layers, but we're essentially turning it into one layer by using a fixing spray. And you wanna use this at the proper times. So now that I have set creams and liquids with powder, now is a good time to go in with the spray. Use my sponge to really press that in as well. And this is gonna also help the makeup turn into one layer. I personally don't like to look cakey or powdery when I'm doing long-lasting makeup, so one of my tricks, this is a special tip, is to use liquid or cream blush on top of powders. This is gonna bring the skin back to life, and I'm gonna be using these two. Also just gonna do a really thin layer of this. You don't wanna put too much. Do underneath the eyes with a lighter powder. I like to use this Essence powder. It's really lightweight, no color, just to lightly set underneath the eyes. So every inch of the face needs to be covered in powder to really help that longevity. So I'm also going to take this translucent loose powder from Sephora. This is another key step in getting your makeup to last really long. We're not gonna bake, but we're gonna double set the face. So I'm trying to go in a thin layer and I'm really pressing that into the skin. The loose powder soaks up any oils that may be sitting in the makeup, and it just really mattifies it and makes it last longer. And I'm even going to put it under my eyes. You guys know I don't really like doing this, but for longevity, and don't forget, we're not baking, we're just double setting the skin. This is one of the holy grail tricks to long-lasting makeup. Ask any makeup artist, but we still don't look cakey. And I'm gonna go in with the fixing spray again to bind all of this together. And again, stamping it in. This ensures that no powder is sitting on top of the skin. It's all melting into the skin. Don't forget, we're gonna set the blush as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what long-lasting, flawless, non-cakey makeup should look like on the skin. Obviously, it looks like makeup, but it doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look heavy. And then we're going to top it off with some setting spray, guys. I'm gonna be using this Urban Decay All Nighter. This has alcohol in it, so you don't want to use something like this throughout your makeup. It is going to dry your skin out. Don't use something with alcohol throughout your makeup. That's why you want to use a fixing spray. This is a setting spray, and I'm going to be very generous with this spray. And you want the face to be like this. It's going to dry, so let it settle in. This is the final look. I hope you guys like it, and I hope these tips and tricks help you. I know for a fact that they make makeup flawless and long-lasting. When I was a professional makeup artist, I actually started as more of an editorial makeup artist, and then I started going into bridal and special occasion makeup, and there was definitely a learning curve when it came to how to get the makeup long-lasting. And these are the tips and tricks that I started using to get my clients' makeup to be super flawless, not cakey, very natural glam looking. You know, this isn't everyday makeup for me necessarily, but when I wanna be flawless, or if I know I'm going somewhere, or I'm gonna be taking photos, I'm going out to dinner, this is the makeup that I like to do because I know it's gonna look great in photos, and I know it's gonna last really long and continue to look flawless as I wear it as time goes on. Let me know if you try them, and don't forget to like this video. It will really help me out, and I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.